Good morning students, I am Shomajit sir. Today I am here to deliver my lecture on topic I will solve the different numericals problems of chapter atoms and molecules. Here we will study about the numerical problems of law of chemical combination. So watch the entire video lecture so that you can gain knowledge about how to solve the numericals of law of chemical combination. So without any delay, let's start with the numerical problems of law of chemical combination. So let's start. So let's see the numericals of law of chemical combination. So first one, you can see the first question, sample problem 1. Sodium carbonate reacts with ethanoic acid to form sodium ethonate. Okay, sodium ethonate, carbon dioxide and water. In an experiment, 5.3 gram of sodium carbonate reacts with sodium carbonate reacted with 6 gram of ethanoic acid to form 8.2 gram of sodium ethonate, 2.2 gram of carbon dioxide and 0.9 gram of water, so that this data verifies the law of conservation of mass. So you can see in the solution, all that we have to do in this problem is to calculate the mass of reactant and the mass of product separately and then compare the two. So if the two masses are equal, then the law of conservation of mass gets verified. The given reaction can be written as, so you can see according to the question, sodium carbonate plus ethanoic acid, this is a reactant, and forms a product sodium ethonate plus carbon dioxide plus water, these are products. So you can see, so we'll find out the mass of reactant first. So sodium carbonate plus ethanoic acid are reactants. So mass of reactant is equal to mass of sodium carbonate plus mass of ethanoic acid. That is, according to the given question, you can see 5.3 gram plus 6 gram is equal to 11.3 gram. Next one, we'll find out about the mass of products. Okay, just now we have found out the mass of reactant. Now we'll find out the mass of product. And the given question, you can see sodium ethonate, carbon dioxide and water are products. So the mass of products, that is equal to mass of sodium ethonate plus mass of carbon dioxide plus mass of water is equal to 8.2 plus 2.2 plus 0.9 is equal to 11.3 gram. Okay, so you can see here we find that the mass of reactant is 11.3 gram and the mass of product is also 11.3 gram. Since the mass of product is equal to the mass of reactants, then the given data verifies the law of conservation of mass. So here we can verify the law of conservation of mass because the mass of reactant is also 11.3 and the mass of product is also 11.3. Okay, so according to the law of conservation of mass, the mass of reactant and product should be equal. Next we move to the second problem, that is sample 2. Calcium carbonate decomposes on heating to form calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. That is, when 10 gram of calcium carbonate is decomposed completely, then 5.6 gram of calcium oxide is formed. That is, calculate the mass of carbon dioxide formed, which is the law of chemical combination we will use in solving this problem. So you can see a solution. This problem is to be solved by using law of conservation of mass in chemical reaction. Okay, so in this reaction, calcium carbonate is the reactant, whereas the calcium oxide and carbon dioxide are the products. So now for the law of conservation of mass, we have mass of product is equal to mass of reactant. So here the mass of product is mass of calcium oxide plus mass of carbon dioxide is equal to mass of calcium carbonate. Okay, so you can see according to the given question, mass of calcium oxide is given 5.6 gram and we have to find out the mass of carbon dioxide, and which is equal to the mass of calcium carbonate. This is also given 10 gram. So we can find out by the mass of carbon dioxide is equal to 10 minus 5.6, that is equal to 4.4 gram. So this is the mass of carbon dioxide form. So please note that the law of constant proportion is also known as law of definite proportion or law of constant composition. So we'll now solve the some problem based on law of constant proportion. Okay, so let's start with the next sample problem. You can see in an experiment, 1.288 gram of copper oxide was obtained from 1.3 gram of copper, full stop. In another experiment, 3.672 gram of copper oxide gave on reduction. Okay, so 2.938 gram of copper. Show that this figure verifies law of constant proportion. Okay, so solution you can give. In order to solve this problem, we have to calculate the ratio or proportion of copper and oxygen in the two samples of copper oxide compound now. So we can see in the first experiment, mass of copper given 1.03 gram and mass of copper oxide given 1.288 gram. Then from here we can find out the mass of oxygen is equal to mass of copper oxide minus mass of copper. Okay, that is equal to 1.288 minus 1.03 is equal to 0.258 gram. Okay, so now in the first sample of copper oxide compound, mass of copper ratio mass of oxygen is equal to 1.03 ratio 0.258. so in the ratio it comes 4:1 ratio. Okay, so in the second experiment you can see mass of copper given 2.938 and mass of copper oxide given 3.672 gram. Then the mass of oxygen we can find out from here, that is a mass of copper oxide minus mass of copper, so that is 3.672 minus 2.938, that comes to 0.37, sorry, it comes to 0.734 gram. Okay, so now in the second sample in the copper oxide compound, the mass of copper ratio mass of oxygen is equal to 2.938 ratio 0.734, that is equal to 4:1 ratio. Okay, not 4.1, is 4:1 ratio. So you can see in the above two calculation we see that the ratio or the proportion of the copper and oxygen element in the two samples of copper oxide compound is same as 4.1. Okay, so the given figure verifies the law of constant proportion, because in the both the experiment is 4.1, 4:1 ratio and 4:1 ratio. Okay, not 4.1, it's 4:1 and 4:1 in both the ratio. So that is a law of constant proportion. So next problem we can see hydrogen and oxygen combine in the ratio 1:8 by mass to form water, full stop. What mass of oxygen gas would be required to react completely with 3 gram of hydrogen gas? Okay, so we'll solve this now. So you can see in the solution here we have been given that the hydrogen and oxygen always combine in the fixed ratio of 1:8 by mass. Okay, so hydrogen oxygen is given in the ratio of 1:8 by mass. This means that 1 gram. Okay, this means that 1 gram of hydrogen gas requires 8, which is equal to 8 gram of oxygen. So 3 gram of hydrogen gas require 8 into 3 gram of oxygen, that is 24 gram of oxygen. Okay, so thus 24 gram of oxygen gas would be required to react completely with 3 gram of hydrogen gas. So you can see the last two problems are there. You can see next question is, when 3 gram of carbon is burnt in 8 gram of oxygen, 11 gram of carbon dioxide is produced. So what mass of carbon dioxide will be formed when 3 gram of carbon is burnt in 50 gram of oxygen? So which law of chemical combination will govern your answer? Okay, so solution you can see our answer will be governed by the law of constant proportion. Okay, so now since carbon and oxygen combine in the fixed proportion of 3:8 by mass to produce 11 gram of carbon dioxide, therefore the same mass of carbon dioxide, that is 11 gram, will be obtained even if we burnt 3 gram of carbon in 50 gram of oxygen. The extra oxygen, that is 50 minus 8 is equal to 48 gram of oxygen, will remain unreacted. Okay, so last sample problem you can see 0.24 gram sample of compound of oxygen and boron are found by analysis to contain 0.096 gram of boron and 0.144 gram of oxygen. Calculate the percentage composition of the compound by mass. So you can see the solution. Mass of boron in compound is equal to 0.096 gram and mass of compound is equal to 0.24 gram. So therefore percentage of boron in compound is mass of boron in compound by mass of compound into 100. that is equal to 0.096 by 0.24 into 100, that is equal to 40. Okay, then the mass of oxygen in compound is 0.144 gram and the mass of compound is 0.24 gram. Okay, so then we can see that the mass of oxygen in compound is 0.144 gram and mass of compound is 0.24 gram. Then from the formula, percentage of oxygen in compound is equal to mass of oxygen in compound by mass of compound into 100, that is equal to 0.144 by 0.24 into 100 is equal to 60. Okay, thus the percentage composition of compound is boron is equal to 40% and oxygen is equal to 60%. Okay, so the law of chemical combination, where the chemical law, okay, where the experimental law, the only logical explanation of the law of chemical combination is that matter or element must be made up of minute or unit particles which take part in chemical combination in fixed whole number. Okay, so the unit particle of matter were called atoms. So student, these were about the all about the numerical problems of law of chemical combination. Here I've discussed about the law of constant proportion numericals and law of conservation of mass numericals. So all you have to copy it down in your chemistry copy. I'll check. Thank you student. This is all about the entire video lecture. I have discussed about the topic numericals problem of law of chemical combination. This is from the chapter atoms and molecules. So stay at home, stay safe. I'm Shomji sir signing off for today, and again we'll meet in the next class. Thank you students.